Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Bougie Gang. How are you? Guys, I was listening back to the live from yesterday. So, yesterday we did a live and we discussed some of the text messages. Specifically, I did a search for, well, what got me into it is that I was looking for Nesto and Sonya conversation regarding their defense, well, his defense, let me say it like that, and conversation about the F-350 because I was rereading the motion to suppress. Anyway, so I ended up getting into a search looking in their text messages regarding Joe and Doug. So you guys know last month when they were in court, there was some conversation from the attorney, Mr. Hoover, regarding information that he said that was leaked by the bloggers on the YouTube streets that basically revealed or exposed who the investigator was, but the investigator has been trying to collect blogger names and information for some time because we know that Bible Lady had conversations with the investigator and she openly discussed that and his name on numerous occasions. Anyway, I was so if you didn't get to see that, go ahead and get into it. I will have it linked below. But this morning, like I said, I was listening and I happened to catch something as I was creating some shorts. And let's talk about it really quick. Um, Okay, let's talk about that really quick. Um, Here is a little cluster of text messages from April 2024. So this is right before Nesto gets his indictment. And let's just look at this. We did read some of this yesterday, but it was more in the context of, like I said, I had done a search for Joe and Doug just to prove the point that it wasn't revealed by anyone other than Nesto and Sonya in their conversation, be it the phone calls, the videos, and the text. You could do a search for Doug's name. I think it came up maybe 16 or 18 times. When I did a search for Joe, it was 38 times. And it all starts around a particular time when Hannah comes into play as his public defender. So Joe as yes, as his public defender. And as you can see, Joe and Doug was basically used simultaneously. Um, anyway, I happened to notice something, and we kind of laughed about it yesterday, but I looked at it again today, and I'm like, wow. And we knew that his bond was in the millions. Obviously, we've known this, but when he knew, like in April of 2024, when he really had to let it soak in that his bond was over $2 million, and this is prior to the RICO indictment, my God. But here it is on April Fool's Day of all things, April Fool's Day, April 1st, my bond is $2,008,000. Baby, wow. I heard back from the clerk today, and my bond amount says $2,800,000, which means the DA literally added the same charge and the bond to the previous one, which was apparently never dismissed in the system. It's a clear case of double jeopardy. Nestor doesn't know what he's talking about, but anyway, um, as I'm being charged for the same exact charge, just separate dates of arrest. I need you to hound Joe and Hannah. They obviously aren't doing their job. I went from a 1.3 million to over 2 million in bond. How the fuck does that happen? My defense needs to address this and have it cleared prior to me going to court. And I also found out the judge's name is Brooks, which whom I'll be in front of on the 8th. Let me know that as well. But this is crazy, shaking my head. I have a bond like a person accused of a serial murder. Hell, some murderers have lower bonds. This is ridiculous. Look, I don't even know what to say. At the end of the day, Nesto created this whole entire situation, we all know, for himself, by himself. Um, he's accused of these crimes, and the bottom line is that this is something that he's going to have to work through to get out of, because all like yesterday all we read was, technicalities, no real kind of defense on the actual allegations. And he's not obligated to put that in his text messages, of course. We know this, right? But at the end of the day, they do talk a lot about their case in these text messages. We've all read so much of these text messages, and all he's doing here, and we heard it articulated, is that they're trying to find technicalities and they're trying to use whatever means necessary to be able to poke holes at the situation. So at one point, it was looking like $1.1 million. And by the time he got to April 1st, April Fool's Day of 2024, well, and he spoke with the clerk, it was looking like 2 million. Let me show it to you guys on the screen. It was over $2 million, $2,008,000. Okay. And the funny thing is, he says, I need you to hound Joe and Hannah. And the very next message, here's Sonya writing, text me like you're talking to Doug, what you want me to tell him. Sonya cannot. So at a certain point, I think Doug wanted them to call him Joe versus Doug, but Sonya can't get it right. So on the same April Fool's Day, Nesto's calling Joe Joe, and Sonya is calling Joe Doug. So it's just these two can't get it straight. Here's another one. I'm trying to process this shit because everything Doug told me seems to be untrue. They said they had my back, but every hearing, the DA is hitting me hard. The last bond hearing on the 11th of March, Hannah told the judge she was going to submit the bond motion that night and follow up with the DA. It didn't happen. If I can get this 9661 case off me, I'll be a little better. There isn't any evidence, but nobody is listening. How can you be in the same building with the public defender and the DA but won't communicate? Well, I don't know. But yeah, we talked about this yesterday. The interesting thing to me was that $2 million bond. I think when it really smacked him in the face that, yes, sir, you're really not getting out until the trial happens. And until that happens, they want you to stay put. I mean, I think Nesto is still trying to make it make sense, but at the end of the day, like he said, so Sonya cannot stop calling Joe Doug. I sent it to Doug. I woke up, miss you, was watching this series last night, lots of sex. It was good. I sent it all to Doug. Hopefully she didn't send that series. Like, what is you talking about? But anyway, yeah. So Nesto calls the investigator Joe. Sonya clearly calls him Doug, but here we go again. Nesto calling him Doug. And also make sure you inform Doug that this is all to be forwarded to Hannah. So even though we did two separate searches for Joe and Doug, you can just see how just interchangeably they refer to him in both using both names. And clearly, there are not two investigators on this case. There's one investigator. This is the public defender's office. They're not giving Nesto's case unlimited resources. Send me a text telling Hannah and Doug that I am the point of contact because, of course, Sonya wants to be in everything, that I am family. We'll end on this note. We got approved for the bank records. How, I guess because she went and picked up his power of attorney, right? Wait for the last part. Hey, send me a text. Let's make this big. Send me a text telling Hannah and Doug that I am the point of contact for your legal situation, that I am family and should be respected as such in writing. Love you. These two were ridiculous. Okay, so he turns around and says to whomever it may concern in the public defender's office, I, Ernest L. Williams, give Sonya Durham full consent to deal with my affairs while I'm incarcerated, including but not limited to communication with my attorney regarding my case with Fulton County. This notice was written April 4, 2024. I authorize your office to share any information requested by Ms. Durham and to answer any questions she may have on my behalf as I speak with her on a daily basis. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Thank you for your cooperation in advance, Ernest L. Williams. Okay. And that is April 4th, 2024. I inform Hannah that I also have a copied version of this same notice I will bring to court Monday so that she may have as well. Okay, we'll get up off of this, but at the end of the day, um, that's it. That's all. Okay. All right, guys. Interesting stuff. Nesto just continues to make matters worse. But look, um, at least the love triangle has been settled. Nesto is officially divorced from Miss Shirley Strawberry. That is no longer an issue. The man is free to have Sonya do whatever he wants. Oh, I forgot. He's allegedly still married to Martha. Excuse me. My bad. Anyway, look. Oh, anyway, guys, let me let you guys go. This was funny. Comment down below. It's just the lies. Unfortunately, when you tell lies, lies will always come back. The truth is, and it's very difficult to continue to perpetuate lies. They're just not sustainable because you need other people to lie or not remember the truth or not have facts. But at the end of the day, that's not the case. Okay. Anyway, guys, you have a wonderful day. If you're new here and you enjoy commentary like this, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, set your notifications, and hit the thumbs up for me. Take care. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.